Hey everybody, today we're going to look at a watch I picked up for cheap from Long Island Watch. The watch is a Foretell watch from the Projects Watch Company. I managed to pick this up for a third of its original list price of $120, so it was $40. Yeah, it's a quartz watch, but it has an interesting feature that I'll talk about in a minute. First, quick wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing one of my favorite vintage watches. It's a mint Sears 7-jewel dive watch from 1970. I recently put it on a blue camouflage NATO strap. Very nice. Anyhow, let's get this thing open. The box is interesting. It has a slightly magnetic top that sort of holds it closed. Inside, the first thing you find is a folded up brochure advertising their company and website, so I checked it out. The Projects Watch Company makes some very unique pieces, some of which are created by well-known designers. It seems that they have over 100 current designs, with old designs being retired and new ones added all the time. In fact, the Foretell watch I picked up had been recently retired, which explains why I got it for so cheap. At any rate, the company tagline claims that the watches are architecture you can wear. Okay, but my opinion differs a bit. We'll talk about that later. Anyhow, here's the watch. At first glance, it's a fairly basic design, but instead of a second hand, a blue film rotates around the dial with a window revealing words written every 5 seconds. Hold on while I set the time on it. Here's the case back with some information about the watch etched into it. The band provided is a cheap 20mm leather strap, but it is long enough for me to wear on my large wrist, but barely, so points for that. So at this point you may be wondering, what's so special about this watch? Well, this watch can tell the future. It sort of operates the same as the old Magic 8-ball toy you might be familiar with. You know, that big ball that you ask a question and an answer floats to the surface of the blue goo that's inside the ball. In the case of the watch, you ask it a question and then look at the time to find out what the answer is. It's the words that appear underneath the little window in where the minute hand goes. Okay, it's kinda cheesy, but hey, a Magic 8-ball on my wrist, I really can't pass that up. Unfortunately, outside of the Fortune-Telling Gimmick, the watch itself is rather boring, and at the end of the day, it's just a cheap quartz watch. Definitely not worth the original asking price of $120, and even $40 is a bit much for what you get. Anyhow, here comes WatchBot. He'll use his amazing fortune-telling powers to let us know if he recommends that watch to anybody.
My sources say no. Here are the rest of the watch specs.
Thanks, WatchBot. At any rate, here's a wrist shot. Quite frankly, I think the tagline of architecture you can wear is a bit much for any cheap quartz watch. Anyhow, that's all I got. Check out my other videos. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.